Good morning, I'm Dale, and let's debrief yesterday's action on the tennis court from ATP, WTA, and United Cup. Let's start with United Cup. Now, I was actually really excited by this tournament yesterday. I was saying in previous years, at this stage, I don't get too excited unless maybe Australia plays, but after a really good Saturday, I thought Sunday was a bit fine. A couple of ones to kind of point out here. Let's go through all of them actually. But look, Canada versus China. Like, great result for Canada here. 3-0. Felix Auger-Aliassime beat Zhang from China, who won his opening match against Berg. So a really good win for Felix there after a really good end of 2025. You know, we know how good his form was. And to carry that through and get this really comfortable win, fantastic. Mboko won against Zhang after a kind of bad first set, came through and won that, and they won the doubles as well, Canada, for a 3-0 win. Look, they were expected to beat China, but they looked impressive, so one to watch as always, Canada in these team events. Probably the tie of the day was Switzerland versus Italy, which finished very late last night that I missed the end of. But Belinda Bencic, like, okay, watch out for her after, you know, winning her opening two matches in the first tie. She's won it again. She beat Paolini, straight sets. Paolini didn't really look the same as she has in previous years. You know, she's a bit up and down in form, but Belinda did it. You know, she won comfortably, which was fantastic, and then teamed up with Paul to win the doubles against Irani and Vavasori, who are no slouches on the doubles court. And so they won that 10-7 in the third set, that championship tiebreak, or the match tiebreak. So she carried them through because Wawrinka, not that this is a poor result, he lost to Cobolli, so it gave Italy that point. But can we talk about Wawrinka again? He lost 7-6 in the third to Cobolli. And Cobolli, look, he's a big ball striker. When he's on, he's on. When he's off, he's off. But at the same time, another top 30 player that Wawrinka didn't quite beat, but almost did. And his wildcard prospects are looking much better for the Australian Open. It's going to be pretty hard for them not to give him a wildcard. But doing it at 40, man, he is doing a great job. So well done him. Switzerland win the tie 2-1. Very good result for them. But yeah, it's all about Belinda, I reckon, there. So well done. Team GB against Japan. This was a bit of an underwhelming tie because I think we didn't get the Raducanu Osaka match everyone wanted. Osaka won, which is good for her confidence against Katie Swan, so that was a good win for her. Billie Harris had a win in singles, which is a kind of a rare thing at this level, against Japanese player Mochizuki, and then GB won the doubles as well. So a good win for Great Britain, considering they were down their key players. There's no top players here. There's no Jack Drapers. There's Murad Kani's not playing. So to get a win, good, but Japan's probably one of the weaker teams, so we'll see how they go in the next round. Another team looking really good, like Canada, is Germany. They cleaned up Netherlands, just like straight set wins across the board, very comfortable. Zara beat Griekspoor, Lies won her match, and then they won the doubles as well against a good Dutch doubles team. So nice win for Germany, and they're looking like another strong prospect along with Canada. So there we go. There's yesterday's action. I think the story at the moment is all about Wawrinka, and watch Belinda. Belinda Bencic playing well. Could have a good Australian Open. Let's go to Brisbane now. Not a huge amount of action on day one, but some stuff. And I have to say, let's talk about Kasatkina. Daria's come back from her break. First match on home soil as an Australian, was playing an Austrian. Australia versus Austria there for this. And I thought she did really well. Like, she lost 6-4 on the third. There was a lot of, you know, the serve was not quite there, but some great ball striking, some great match play. She's such a solid player, Daria, and I think once she just cleans things up, it'll be good. So Potapova gets through 6-4 on the third in an entertaining, but sometimes a bit scrappy match, as we expect at this time of the year. So not disgraced, and great to see the crowd give her a good reaction here down under. So that was a good result for her. Another just shout out to Australian, Tomljanovic won her first round match, which was good. So we've got an Aussie through to the next round. And she's starting to get that form. She's consistently getting wins back on the tour again without going too deep at the moment. So let's see if she turns that around. On the men's side, it was about the Americans. Tiafoe destroyed Vukic. Vukic was disappointing with that, but Tiafoe won that, which is great. He's been he's so good to have here in Brisbane. He did the celebrity bowl in the cricket, and it was terrible. But he's really embracing things, and a good win for Francis there. Tien, fresh off next gen title, he comes through and wins his opening match as well against the Argentine. So good win for him there. Not unexpected for him to win that match though. So good couple of wins for the Americans. Kyrgios and Kokkinakis came back and played the doubles. They beat Ebden and Ram, which is no easy feat. Like that's a good team to beat. Yes, they're getting a bit older, but at the same time, first match for Kokkinakis back in 12 months of any type after a lot of surgery. Kyrgios, who knows where he's at this point. So that was a really good win for them. And Kokkinakis got quite emotional at the end of it. It was his first match back on court. So well done him. And a shout out to the Aussies who qualified, Sweeney, Duckworth and Hijikata. Now Hijikata got through on a walkover over Arnaldi. And then Arnaldi got the lucky loser spot, which I know is in the rules, but I just think this is so... I just don't agree with it. If you withdraw from a match, then I think you are withdrawn, and I don't think you should be eligible for a lucky loser. I don't think anything bad was at play here, but it could be, right? Like you could set this sort of stuff up, and I just don't think it's a good look. So that's a little bit unfortunate there. So that's pretty much the action. Everything else is qualies at the moment. We've got Auckland qualies, we've got Hong Kong qualies, and Canberra is a really interesting challenger to watch, as well as Nomia too over there. Probably the one thing is Vonareva back playing. She won her qualies match in Canberra, so we'll keep an eye on what's happening down there in the nation's capital. But all main action starts for like Hong Kong and Auckland today, so we'll talk all about it tomorrow. Thanks guys.